In this recording, we are going to discuss the introductory information on vectors continued because we did a previous video with regards to the introduction on vectors already. So it says that vectors can be considered as array. All right, array is usually used to represent a vector. As you can see, array is like a straight line with an arrow point. Continues by saying a vector can be named with two letters, as in vector AB with an arrow indicating its direction, or it may be named with a single letter such as X or U, etc. in Times Roman, italics. Now, vectors can be added, subtracted, multiplied, and divided. They can be shared in a ratio and be measured. So if the vector AB is positive, then the vector BA is negative. And we say that vector AB and vector BA are opposite to each other. Okay, so here we can introduce the fact that the word opposite in vectors language is translated with the negative symbol, the negative sign. Okay, so when you see the negative sign in a vectors problem, you can say the word opposite. Now notice that they run in opposite directions. So if vector AB and vector BA were added to each other, the sum would be 0. Vectors can be equal to, they can be opposite to, they can be parallel to, or run into each other. Vectors are equal if they have the same magnitude or length. Vectors are parallel if they have the same direction or angle. So here you have vector exercise 3. Draw two vectors. So vector, again, let's repeat that. The vector exercise 3. It says draw two vectors showing one with movement from M to N in any direction and labeled it with a lowercase letter, and the other with movement from F to G in the opposite direction from the first, and label it also with a lowercase letter. Okay, so name two vectors M to N in any direction and label it with a lowercase letter, and draw another vector with movement from F to G in the opposite direction from the first and label it also with a lowercase letter. It is also interesting to notice that vectors that are directly opposite to each other are technically parallel to each other. Okay, is the only difference is that they are not going in the same direction. Okay, they are going opposite to each other, but basically the angle, their angles will be the same. Okay, if you for want of a better way of saying it, okay, the angles will be the same. So there's a sense of parallelity in the lines that are drawn for vectors. The only difference is that the arrow will be pointing in the opposite direction, but the line itself of the vector will be parallel to each other. And here it is confirmed. It says, yes, opposite vectors are parallel, because I asked Google, are vectors, just to confirm, are opposite vectors parallel? It says, yes, opposite vectors are parallel because they are always a scalar multiple of each other. Okay, specifically the scalar is -1. All right, so by definition, parallel vectors are vectors that point in the same direction or exactly opposite directions.